about to make this vest here. I'm the only one going to get closer because I visualize it well. The detail is from the piece, from the point. Look, I made it here with little high blocks. Look how beautiful he looks. I'll turn around so you can see the back. So I made it seamless, it's top down. It's pretty simple to make. And I started with the ball. I already started with the ball. At first, during the video, you will notice that I said from the beginning that I was teaching how to make a blouse. I was explaining blouse, but I used yarn blowers, so it didn't work. For me to finish, it was missing mango. One sleeve I managed to make and the other was 3/4. It took a little while for me to finish and make the blouse. But during the step-by-step class, if you want to make the blouse, which also, by the way, will look very beautiful, you can. I explained how the manga starts here, how this one starts a little, and I explained how it does it, how it ends, why. Because you're going to finish like I finished down here. So just go back to the video a little bit and do when I did down here, that it's going to work on the sleeve. There's no increase or decrease, so it's very quiet. If you want to make the blouse, yes. So I used leftover yarn, and as I had bought it a long time ago, I wouldn't find it from the same batch. So sometimes it varies the texture, the color, and it wasn't going to be good. It was going to be half a different way. So I decided to make a vest, which will also look cool. It will look beautiful, and in this weather, is it still good to wear a vest? So I made 2 colors precisely because I was reusing the wires. Yes, but you can make 1 color only with 4 films of your choice. It'll be cool anyway. So to make it, I used 2 needles, right? Because the AA collar and the bar I made with a smaller needle, with a needle of 3.5, which is to give a little adjustment, and the body of the piece I made with needle of 4 millimeters. Here is 3 millimeters and here 4. And the wool I used was Penguin Club, not Penguin Family I have here. The label here, but I explained it during the video class very clearly. Then it was the Penguin of Tex 375, and I used 2 skeins here to weave the body of the vest, then 100. The sleeves were 2 balls of 100 gras to make the size P, but you during the step-by-step class, I explained well, Cicutinho for you, a depth for any body, for any size, then through the measurements, you will adapt and make it to your size. It will be very cool, very beautiful, very easy to make. I think even a beginner can do it. That's it. That's this vest or the blouse, right? So let's go to the step-by-step class because the video is going to be very long. Look how beautiful it is, okay? So let's go step by step. To make this blouse, I will use 100-gram Penguin Club Novelist yarn. It is 100% acrylic. Text 375 skeins with 267 menu. The color I'm going to use is color number 4. She suggests me here to crochet a 3.5 needle. So I'm going to work in 2 colors. I'm going to use here the color of numbers 4, and the color number 8652 is the same. It is mesa looping, includes with text of 375, is I will use in these 2 colors. It is a green muscle, and the cream color you are, I will use the needle. You will need 2 needles to knit this piece. I'm going to use the 3.5 needle to weave the whole body as you're suggesting here in the blouse, okay? and I'm going to knit the collar and the cuff and the bar with a 2.5 needle. To adjust the piece, then if you want, you use 11 a little thinner, which is just to adjust the bar. Otherwise, you can go down with the same. If you don't have another thinner one, then you have weaving, okay? You will also need measuring tape to take your measurements, and if you want also some markers, but I believe it will not be necessary. I don't think I'm going to use marker D, stitch, and scissors to cut the wire. So now let's get down to the blouse step by step. So now I will explain to you how you will take the measurements to make according to your size. This blouse can be made for child, for adult, for not have, for all sizes. Are you going to take the measurements now? It's the main measure you need to take is here. Oh, from the pit. From the collar, it is from this measurement that you will start. The blouse will count the points, okay? It's this way. So my collar here, I'm going to make 15 centimeters. Look, I usually leave here 2 fingers after the neck on each side. Then I put the tape on and it gives me 15 centimeters, which is the size P. If you want to make it bigger and don't want to take the measurement, I suggest here. Some 17 centimeters for OM is, and some is 19 for OG, 19 centimeters. This measurement of every other measurement you need to take is here, the hollow of the sleeve collar. Sorry about the sleeve hole. You're going to put the medical tape right over your shoulder. And whoever goes under the arm will rotate more or less 2 fingers under the arm to have a little break so it doesn't get too tight. So you leave about 2 fingers under the arm O, which will give 20 centimeters, which for size P, 20 centimeters is the ideal, 19 to 20 centimeters for size P, for size N of 21 to 22 centimeters, and for size G from 23 to 24 centimeters. This size here usually works with these measurements, okay? If you don't want to or don't have the person around to take the measurement, another measurement you need to give you is the length you want to make this piece. So how are you going to measure it? You will place the measuring tape right over the shoulder and go down the top of the person. If you're a woman, you go over the bust, then you go down. And measure the height you want, because if you put it more to the side here, oh, when you go to wear it, the blouse will go up here in the bust part. It will go up and the blouse will be shorter than you wanted, where you wanted the blouse to be. Then you always measure at the top up to the length you need. I usually, for a size P, leave 50 centimeters. Then it goes according to, if you are what I leave like this, more or less at hip height, okay, if you want on the thigh anyway, then you choose, you measure. Then on the person what you are going to do, or for yourself you measure or will do. He'll wear it to see if it's the right size, okay? So don't forget to always leave at the top here or not to get shorter. Another measure is the arm. Here, there is no arm to show, but you cannot take the measurement of the arm. It is stretched because the same thing will happen to the bust that I said you will wear. It will go up the blouse. If you take it off with your arm straight, when you bend your arm, this blouse will go up and it will be short here at the cuff because you need a little more length to make this part of the elbow here. So when you go to take the measurement of the arm, you take it from the bent arm. Always bent, then your sleeve won't be short, and then when you stretch it will be the ideal size. Because here you have already left a little more for this movement for when it is long here at the elbow. So don't forget to take it off with the bent arm. The length, width of the handle is also ideal for you to take it off. So you know the width, you will leave this handle, so ideal too. measure the width of the wrist. So these are the measurements you need to take to make the piece. And now let's go to the blouse step by step. So now I'm going to explain how you are going to start your blouse from the measurement of the socket of the ball. My case is 15 centimeter. I made a cord. It's in chains with it, and he told me it was 15 centimeters. Then I counted and I needed chains multiples of 4. It is to give the size I need 15 centimeters, and I did it. 3232 stitches is 15 centimeters. There is a chain with 32. It's a cord with 32 chains of 15 centimeters, which is the measure I need to start. So it's like this blouse. It's made from top to bottom. You start by weaving the whole thing. She's like this. She's part of the back, the front, and the arms, right? There is my measurement here forward. In 15 centimeters, it gave 32 chains, remembering that it has to be multiples of 4. I had to adjust a little bit because my point is it gave 15 centimeters in 30 chains, but 30 is not a multiple of 4. So I put 2 more, which worked fine. You can take a little bit or add a little bit depending on. It's your job. You see what you think is best. Maybe you have to take off 1 or 2. Maybe you have to add 1 or 2. Like I did 32 chains here. It worked really well for me to do the 15 centimeter here in front of my blouse. So I'm going to do the same thing for my back. So I'm going to need 32 chains for my back. And here on my shoulder, I always have to take it off. I always take out 10 chains, which works really well. To normally do the top down of 32 is, for example, if here it was 32, I put 22 here. I always decrease 10 points to put on each shoulder, but 22 is not a multiple of 4, but 20 is a multiple of 4. So I took 2 because I want a tighter sleeve. I don't want a very wide sleeve, so I left with 20 stitches here for the left shoulder. And 20 stitches for the right shoulder, okay? Is it? So you have to do the same thing I did here in front. Adjust the stitch to get it right. So you have to go there and think a little bit, see what you think. It didn't give multiples here. Since my 22 is not multiples of 4, I decided to decrease here. I decided to increase. Then you adjust it to the way you want the blouse. If you want a sleeve a little wider, you could even put more stitches here, which was then multiples of 4, and get it right, okay? So in this case, I left with 20 stitches on each shoulder and 32 in the front and back. But I'm going to need to make a chain for each angle of increase here. Oh, because here the increases will happen to be able to grow. My pala, which is the part of the chest of the blouse where we go down the front, the back, and the arms all together, it has to grow. So through these 4 little chains here of the angle of increase, so I wrote down here, oh, I need 32 little chains forward, 32 for the back, 20 for the left shoulder, 20 for the right shoulder, and 4 chains for the angle of increase. All in all, I have to have 108 chains to start my blouse. So from this measurement that you make, all this calculation that you figure out is how you're going, is it? And how many chains will you need to make? Then this blouse, we will start with the collar. First of all, let's do the collar. I'll do the collar here. I'll get the thread here. Wait a minute. So we will start from the bar to make the blouse from the bar to the collar. So I'm going to work by height. I'm going to start by height. I want 11 collar more or less 5 centimeter high. So I made here a string of little chains. with 10 chains, it gave me the 5 centimeters I want. Then I add one more to start the work. Then you make it as many chains as you need, one more to turn the work around. Start. So I have a total of 11 chains here. You will see is depending on the material you're going to use, the needle thread, the attention, your stitch, you can make more or less chains. Or if you want a very high collar, you can make more chains. You can make very big. So after folding, it looks beautiful too, is it? So I'm going to do it like this. To start, I'm going to enter the second chain and I'm going to make a low point. I'll go next and do the low point. This whole career will be made of low points. Oh, and now I'm using the thinner needle because I want the collar a little tighter. I think I'll go down with the needle number 3.5 collar and number. For body of the piece, I think will get better because I have a tension from the point very tight. I think it's getting too tight with this 2.5, but I'm going to do it here to show you, especially because I'm going to do it with green and not light. I want to do it with the green, the cuff, the collar, and the bar. So I'm just doing it with the white one to show you, to make it easier to view here in the video. So I did the career of low points. I'm going to make a chain, and I'm going to turn my work on the first one. I'm going to make a low point, only now I'm going to take only the back strap. Oh, here at the point he has the chains. Oh, 2 straps, the front strap and the back strap. Oh, I'm going to take only the back strap. Oh, I'm going to enter here at the first point. I make a low point, just taking the back strap. Oh, get in the back loop and I'll make a low point. On the back strap, a low point. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to change. I'm going to do it with a 3.5 needle, which I think will get better when I return from here. Where did I stop? Okay, so I changed the refill needle here to where I was. So I'll take the back strap and make the low point. Taking Nelsinha from behind and making the low point Nelsinha from behind. Here also in the first one, just put a chain on the back and I turn my work. I'm only going to do it on the back side. I'll also turn it around. On the back strap, a low point on the strap. You will do this until you reach the size you need for the collar, always taking the back strap. Turn the work, make a little chain, turn the work, a low point for each point, always catching. In the back, Alcinha then, this collar is very easy to make and looks very cute. The last one too. Just be careful not to lose a point. It's very easy to lose a point. Anything you do counting. As it is a short career, you can count the points so as not to lose. Or from time to time, you count to see if it's right, because it's easy to lose the tip here. Oh, turn it around, make a chain, turn the work around, and make a low point for each point, always taking the back strap. Oh, here I'm going to show you the amount of careers I'm going to make to work. To start the blouse, I finished here. The career I will show you. So how many careers do I need to do with a bar to be successful here is I need to do, look, I have 108 here. I need to have 108 chains to start my work. So I have to do 108 careers here. Oh, with a collar, it's 108 careers. So how do I count this career? Oh, here. Oh, tail one down here. 2345. Okay, you'll count like this. Oh, 123 here. Oh, 1234 and 5. Oh, 1234 and 5. You'll do it like this until you have the quantity you need there. Oh, after you did all this calculation, you discovered that you need 108 chains to start. So you're going to have to do 108 careers here from DE. Of Gola. So I'm going to weave my 108 careers and come back to show you which one is the next step. I came back here. It's what I did. The size I needed for me now. And it is. I said that I would do the 108 careers to give here the multiple of my point. How had I done this scheme here before I started? This is where you divide the points, right? I had to have 108 careers, but it would be a gigantic collar. So I did here 81 chain, and I stopped, 81 rows, and I stopped because my collar is going to get too big. Look, so I don't want a very big collar for my piece, so I'm going to have to fit now from here. Put the 108 points in those careers, okay? You will do the same thing there is. So I'm going to leave this collar like this. It's going to be big. Oh, folded in half. She's going to be 6 inches. She's going to be pretty big. Let's see what I'm going to do here to make it work. Now, I believe it will work this way because I'm making and recording videos. So I believe it will work. So I made 81 rows here, and now I'm going to close this collar. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this seam. So I'm doing it with a 3.5 needle, which is the smaller needle, which I said I would do with a smaller needle, and then I would use a larger needle to weave. It's the rest of the work, the rest of the blouse. So here I think I left this with a chain. I finished my career here. Oh, and I'm going to join the other part here. Oh, I know the wire is dark. It's bad to visualize. What am I going to do now? I'll get the strap. I'll make a little chain here to make it easier for me. I'm going to go into the first little chain on the back strap, and I'm going to the end, the first point, and I'm going to go into the strap here. The one I have is where I started the work. On the chain strap, I step straight and make a very low point. I'm just going to adjust the lift that I made too big to just what is roasted out. I enter here at the first and here at the first, and with a very low point, I go through all these loops. I'm going to the next one. I just go in the back strap, and here in the next strap, here, in these straps that I have, it's the point. I make a very low point. Here on the back of the next point, and on the next chain, they're very low point. On the back strap of the low point, and on the chain strap of the very low point. It's the same here. And so I go sewing until I reach the end of my career. I arrived here at the last point. Oh, let me catch the teddy bear very tightly from the last point. I'm done. What am I going to do now? I'm going to turn the work so that the seam of the collar is to the side. Oh, I'll turn it over and I have the loop here. Now I'm going to start by putting the low points. I need 108 low points here. So I did the calculations, and it will give more or less every 2 rows. I put a low point, so here O, here O. At the top I put a low point, O, a low point. I'm going to make a little chain here, O, after the sewing to gain height. And I'll put a low on the next one. I'm going to put a low point on the next career, a point. I already have 2. So here in the next one, I'm going to put lows in the same career because I need to put my 100. And 8 points here. You are dark today. It's a very cloudy day here where I live. It's very bad to visualize here. Oh, it's another career. I'm going to put a high point, a low point, sorry. Next time here. Oh, a low point in the next career. I'm going to put 212. Next time I'm going to put 1. Next time 1. Next 2. Next one. So every 2 rows, oh, here and here 2. So every 2 rows I put lows, oh. To be able to have the 108, I will put my points here, and when I put them all, I will return. So I'm putting each career, oh, now here, like the one I put 2 here in this career, I'm going to put 1, this one here, 1, this one here, 2, this one here, 1, this one here, 1, in this one too, and so I'll keep doing it this way until I get here again, and then I'll come back and I'll count to see if I really have 108 points, and I'll come back to explain the next steps. I did hear the 108 points. As I said, I put each every 2 careers lows. Look how it turned out. Now I'm going to close the career at the first low point I made. I go in with the needle and close with a very low point. Now I'm going to start the blouse. I'm going to change the needle now, okay? Because now I'm going to grow with a thicker needle because I've already made a tighter bar. So I'm going to make 4 chains. I am now using the number 4 needle. I made 4 chains. 3 equals 1 high point, 1 separation. And at the same base point here, I'm going to make a high point. I'm going to make a V point. That's my magnification angle. My first point, I'm going to make a little chain, and I'm going to skip a point. I'm low here on board. If you doubt that you can't see the dots, you turn around and you see the tops of the dots, okay? So you skip one on the next, you make a high point on the next, you make a high point. Let me just see if I didn't do the same thing. Get the water to break up, I'll do it back. So here I skip one, here I make a high point. So I skip one here. After I made the chain, I will make the next one a high point, and the next one a high point. I made 3 high points. I'm going to make a little chain. I'm going to skip a low point here. Oh, next time I go in and do the high point. On the next high point, on the next high point. Then I'm going to make blocks with 3 high points. Look, I make a little chain and jump a little here. Oh, from the base, I jump a low point. On the next one, I do 3 high points, 1 on the next 2. And in the next 3, I make a little chain, so here, oh, I'm going to have to do it until I occupy 20 points, because I'm starting at the shoulder, so I have to occupy 20 points here. Oh, so I've already occupied 1, which is the second step that I skipped here. This V doesn't count because it's the point I left here, O, which I left to do, and now I'm doing here. O, the shoulder, so I skipped an O. I've already used 12, 34, 56, 7, 8, 9, tonal 11, 2. I'll skip a 13 here. I'm going to do 3 low stitches to high, 1 next stitch, 1 high stitch, 1 chain, skip 1 stitch. Let me just see if I did S20, 12, 34, 56, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So here I've already finished the shoulder part, okay? I want 20 stitches for the shoulder. Oh, if I count 1 low stitch. 12, 34, 56, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now I'm going to the next one here. I won't jump, okay? Here I go to the next low point of my career, and I'm going to do a V point, which is the angle of increase. Oh, a high point, a chain and a high point at the same point. Oh, here's an angle of magnification. Oh, now I'm going to make a chain. I'm going to skip a point, jump 1. In the next one, I make a high point. In the next high point, and in the next point, a chain now here. Oh, from the V, I'm already doing the back part. Oh, I made the angle of increase. That's OV. It's here, O. This is the angle of magnification. If I want, I can even put a marker so I know where the magnification angle is. Here, O, where I began my career, was also an angle of increase. Here, I'm going to do the same thing I did here on this part of the shoulder. I'm going to do the next one's fire here too. A block with 3 high points each. At each high point is at a low point here in the career. There's a chain jumps. 1. In the next 3 here, I have to occupy 32 or 32.3 backs. The high, a chain jumps 1. In the next. I'm making my blocks, a chain, I jump on the next chain, I jump on the next, a chain. Let's see how many points I've already taken. 1. $23, 45, 67, 89, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I skip 1 here. 25 here, 26, 2, 7, 2, 0, and 8, 1 contained, 29, 3, 31 and 32. Here I have already finished the back part. 32 points I occupied, then I dropped the camera. So I occupied 32 points here. Now I'm going to make a little chain, and I'm not going to skip point here. Next time I'm going to do the other angle of increase. Oh, a high point. Imagine a chain and another peak at the same spot. This right here is another angle's magnification. I'll put a marker now at this point. So, I've worked on the back part with an increased angle. Now I'm shifting to the other side. Here, I need to account for 20 points, thus I'll make another chain. I'm going to jump 1. Next time I'm going to do my blocks with 3 high points, 31 run, jump 1. Next time, a 23 run. Skip 1 on the next 3 high ones, only it's staying here. So let me just see. How many blocks did I make here? 12, 3, 4, 5. I've already done 123 jumps. 1 in the next one is, I'm doing it with this dark thread. I know it must be awful to see. Using leftover yarn limited my color choice. Let me check if I'm making the chain here. Did I already cover the 20.1, 23, 45, 67, 89, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18, 19, 20, reaching the 20 points. I made here a chain at the next point at sem jump at proximo.eu. I'm going to do my magnification angle, which is my V point, a high point, a chain, a high point in the same space. I'll put a marker here too. What now? So I did the shoulder, the magnification angle. Now I'm going to do the 32 points forward. 2. So here I did the C. I'll make a little chain, and I'll skip a point here. Oh, I'll skip 1. Next time, I start making my gilt blocks. I didn't take all the fibers here from the movie 11 next to 31 chain. I'll skip 1 next. chain or 1. In the next 3 cornetinha or in the next. So it is very easy to make this blouse very simple. The annoying at the beginning for you to adjust the points to your measure, adjust everything, right? There you go. It's a beauty. After you assemble this first part here that I'm doing, then it goes very quickly. You finish the blouse. It's very simple to make. 1 on the next, 1 on the next chain, 1 on the next. one contained by a next, a 2 and a 3. It went well. And I ended my career. Look at that, it worked really well. I'll tell them I used the 32. Points I need: 12, 34, 5, 6, 7, 89, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 2, 9, 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2. And here in the third chain, I close my career. Look, here I finish. But now I'm going to change colors. Look how beautiful it is getting. Oh, you got the round collar, and now we're going to grow the turtleneck here. So I'm gonna turn the job around, okay? I'll always turn the job around. I'm going to work here and back here. I will finish with the other color to exchange, if it will work. I finished here. I'm going to take the other thread. I now took the other thread. The other thread is also the same. It just changed color. Oh, I'm going to take here. Oh, a piece, step here, and finalize it. I'm going to make a little adjustment here on the green, and I'm going to tie this little tip here on the green thread just so there's no danger of it coming apart. As long as I'm knitting, I'll give you 2 knots. To have no danger of unraveling while I am weaving, then I do the finishing and hide the thread. Now I'm closing up here. In the third chain, I will leave the green wire on hold and I will finish, or in the third chain with the wire is white. Now I'm gonna turn what I'm gonna do. 3 chains, 12 and 3, and I'll turn around. I'll bring my work here. I'll come here now and work in this space. So, I closed it. You can see it from the side. And in this space here, with the chain that I have, I'm going down. The 3 high points I already have. One step, one more. The chains are equal. Chains are to a high point here maybe. I came here, I make a little chain, I go to the next space, and I make 3 high points, 12 and 31 little chain, I go to the next space here, and I make 3 high points, a 2 and 3. One chain, I go to the next, 3 high points, a little chain to the next space, 3 high points, a chain next, a chain. At this point, I didn't get all the 8s. A chain next space, 3 high points, a 2 and 31 chain good, in the next space here, between the block and the angle of increase, and do 3 high points. I make a little chain. Let me take my wire here and here within the angle of increase. I'm going to make another V within the angle of increase. I make a high point, a chain, and a high point. in the same space, a chain. Oh, and I'm going to put the marker here, just so I know what the angle of increase is then. Here, the first part is ready. I move on to the next space, always working on the chain spaces. I make the blocks with 3 high points, 12, get another 11 chain, I go to the next space. A little chain, so I said I don't need it anymore if we've already set up the candy in the next space, 3 high points, a little chain next space, 3 points high. He said it was going to be pretty easy from now on. You will do this here until you reach the size you need to reach below your arm, arriving before the angle of increase. Oh, in this chain space also makes the 3 high points. This is where the increases happen in this chain space here, before and after the angle of increase. I made here the 3 high points, a little chain. I go inside the magnification angle, and I make a V again. A high point, a chain, and a high point in the same space. I finished, and I'll do another V after I do V, a little chain. And here in this chain space, I also make a block with 3 high points, a 3 and a chain, and I go to the next space, a chain, and I go. That way I'll finish my career until I get here again. Going through making a block with 3 high points in each space of chains O, arriving at the angle of increase in V, I make another VE. I keep doing until I get here. When I get here, I will return to show how it turned out and explain the next career. I've come down O, all my career, and come here where I started. Here I have the first V that I had made to start my career. So here, O, I made the last block. A little chain, and I go inside this V. I make another V, a high point, a little chain. A high point is in the same space. I'll make a little chain, and I'll close my career. In the third chain here that I made to start, I'm going to make 3 chains, 12 and 3, and I'm going to turn my work around. Now I'm going to turn around. Okay, I'm always going to work turning around, and I'm already here in this first space. Here's the angle of magnification. Let me just see if I made the chain. I don't think I made the chain. Then I'll go. I'm going to close here a high point, a chain, a high point. A little chain and close on the third. I do 3 to go up, which is equivalent to a high point. I'll turn the job around, I'll close it there. Now I go and make point A. Loud in here. O. That I'm going to make my first blog, I'm going to cut this green wire here so I don't stay driving it. Then I'll tie him up again. Okay? If you do it in just one color, even better, it's much easier. I cut it here, I tied it, I cut it, and then I'm going to do the finishes. So I'm going to continue here. I made my first block. I make the chain, and I'm already inside a V-look, so I already go inside it and make a high point, a chain, a high point. I make a chain in the next chain space here, between where this block here. I'm going to make 3 high points, 1. Always remembering, why do the increases between OVO happen here? Block that I have here, in the last career, I go for a run, I go to the next space, and work. The 3 high points, 12. And 3 I said I had no secrets. It is very simple, and I will make my blocks like this. In every current space, I make 3 high points, and inside the V, I make another V. Simple as that. So, I'm gonna weave my whole career that way, okay? There's no secret. So every chain space, I make 3 high points. I know I'm getting pretty repetitive. I'm going to finish this part here, then I'm going to finish my career without recording, so the video isn't too long. Laughs 3 high points, a chain in the chain space here. Oh, between IC block, I do 3 high points. Let me get my top here. A 23. And here inside V, I'm going to take out this marker that now I don't think I need anymore. Okay? Sorry. I'm going to take the marker off again, and I dropped the camera. I'm sorry. I made the block with 3 high points, a chain, and inside the V, I make another V. A high point, a chain, a high point. I make a chain, and in this space, between this block, in this space of chain, I'm making another block with 3 high points, a chain, jump to the next space, 3 high points. A little chain, I go to the next space, and so I go until I reach the end of my career. A little chain, look how it's getting. I'm going to set it up here so that you can see it beautiful like this. In this way, and in this way, it's going to be like this. So I'll go down till I get to the end of my career, and I'll come back and come down here. Oh, and I got to V, I have to do it too. Before finishing my career, I make OV a high point, a chain, a high point, a chain. Then I can close my career in the 3rd chain here. I closed the 3rd chain. I saw it in my work. Now I'm going to work on this side here. I can do it inside. Oh, I'm going to bring the loop here to do it well inside the space. Okay. So I didn't do this one like I did here. Oh, I thought it stayed. That mark will stay. So I decided to change now. Okay, so I closed my career, changed the job and brought the loop. I'm going to do it again. Oh, so I close my career here, turn the work. Oh, turn the work to this side. Now I enter, oh, in the space that has the following. Here, oh, I enter with the needle, pull the thread, bring it in, and make a very low point. Oh. So I brought the loop into space. Now, yes, I make the 3 little chains and the high ones in here. Oh, I make a little chain. Here is a V. Oh, I can't forget. I do the high point, a little chain, and I do another high point. A little run. So you always have to pay attention to V's. Don't forget to make the VSO, the VSE, the blocks between OVO in this chain space, as was done previously. Okay, here is I go. So here, oh, I was looking, I did wrong. It's not a V, I did wrong. Oh, it was the 3 high points. OV is here. Oh. So I'm going to dismantle and redo this part here again. Okay, oh, here, and this part here. Oh, oh. Now, okay, look how crazy. I made the highlight here, so it's better to do it the way I had it. I made the high point. The chain that closes here is doing me everything wrong. I'm glad I figured it out. Oh. I closed the 3rd chain. Oh, I closed it. I turned the work around, and here, oh, I brought the loop inside here. Oh, I brought it into space. Now I make 3 chains. Oz, high, a little chain. I'm going to the next space now, okay? So always do it like this, the way I closed it now. Not the way I closed it before, because I didn't think it was cool. Come on, she's been more discreet.
At the beginning of my career, okay, what did I do here? So don't do this anymore, and do as I did here.
Look, bring the little roast inside and make 3.
High points.
That's a lot better. So I'm going to continue like this. I'm going to do every 3 careers with a green one. I definitely will.
Changing the color, but the shape of...
Doing so will yield the same results, and the method of doing it will also be consistent. Just look at how beautiful it's becoming.
The way to do it will be the same. I'll do it this way here. Oh, until I get there. Under the arm, oh.
This part here, oh, this V with this V has to.
Touchdown. From my armpit, and this here will be the space. From the sleeve, where are you going to put your arm? So I have to go down quite a bit to increase that space. In this area, this gap over here must be exactly 19 centimeters. In my case, that was my measure there, which I took from the circumference of the top of the... From the shoulder to 2 fingers below. From my armpit, I measured it as 19 to 20 centimeters right here. Then I will stop. So I'll weave in that manner until I connect these parts. 2 angles here, 2.
There are 2 neighbors over there with that height.
Come.
It's 20 centimeters here, where my sleeve will be, and here.
The main body. I'll continue to weave the blouse in this way, adding about 3 more rows. White one. From the green 3 rows of the white, I cut the wire as I did there.
And I'm going to change it and change it.
And I'll keep going, okay? If you'd like to make yours like mine, follow these steps. Do as I do. I made the exchange here. Oh, before, if you have a little doubt, you can rewind the video a little, see how I did it, and continue, okay? It's because there are no secrets. It's quite simple. So once I reach the right size, I'll come back to explain the following steps in detail.
See how?
Which is already there and has already reached the size I need.
To do.
The separation now from the sleeve to the body. From the piece then I wove in 1.
The sum is 1.
Contact 23, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Dial 11, 12, 12.
Talking about careers, for me that was sufficient.
All right.
If I turn here,
Allow me to provide support now. If I adjust this part here, it will fit perfectly.
It's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Under the arm,
Meet up with of right here,
this space I have left here.
Is it enough to pass
My arm?
And I already have it here. The S20 centimeter from where I stand has already given me the S20 settings. So you will continue to weave until you reach it.
The size that...
Do you need it there for your play? So OPOP is 19 to 20 centimeter, M is 20 to 21, OG is 22A is 20, and this is 21 to 22. OG from 23 to 28. 4 centimeters.
At that time, that...
It's what?
Do you need to weave in order to leave the mango pit?
Oh, so now I'm about to join the 2 verses here, all right, to start weaving.
Just the body?
And let's keep it on hold for now.
The sleeve, and then at the end...
Yeah, I'll do it.
Here the mango is, so I'll give it...
Continuity went well.
Are you career-oriented? Green again, which represents the deep color to demonstrate.
Unfortunately, it's indeed me.
I tried.
Leave it blank, or was it going to stay?
Very big.
Or too small? So that was when I started weaving?
From here to there. Oh, inside out, right? Because we're turning the work around. Then I'd come.
Weaving from there?
Here, let me just make a quick adjustment to the loop. So I adjusted it here.
And I will?
Turn the work around, right? Because we're turning around.
So I come over here to bring A for better clarity. Inside the loop section,
The following space marked with a dot.
extremely low level 3.
Chains here are normal like us.
He came weaving.
All of it.
How does the piece called A Little Chain taste?
The heat present here, then here, and I did it, weaving normally.
All right.
Os, blocks with 3 individual points.
Put up a chain, and then I'll proceed to the next one.
Until I arrive here in V, I will continue testing until I reach V, and then I'll return.
I'm getting here before V.
Oh, I shall weave.
This is the last small block here before V12.
Now I make 31 chains. Presently, I have V here, which I will arrange.
I will double here.
She's bent.
Here, and I'll get over.
Back there. Oh, so I am. I'll do it like this. Oh, let's see. How am I going to unite here?
I'm going to do it like this.
What if I make an elevated point?
Do I get into the V? And I get into the V here on the side.
Moving from behind, I'm proceeding.
In this moment here.
I pull and form the high point. Oh, made one. I'll repeat the process to see if it works. Hold on for a moment.
And 3 coming in.
Within the 2 V's.
A little chain link.
I open it.
Here, and it worked. Now what's next?
Am I headed to space, Grandpa? I made 3 high points, catching.
Within the 2 B's, turn here. Oh, and I'll pick it up here right after the V between over.
Next small block here. Oh, a little chain. And I'm going to the next space now.
I'll create another one.
Block with 3 high points. A little chain. Oh, and it stayed like this.
Here, oh, the union of the 2, and now the arm.
Oh,
The arm has already been on hold and is joined here. Oh, just like that.
What about me?
I made a little block.
With 3 high points.
I will weave now normally.
This part here.
Until I get to this other event, I will weave from here. Here, when I get to the other V, I'll come back.
To show, close this part here together with you again, okay? Then I'll weave the whole career and be right back. I've been walking my whole career and I'm almost here.
In the V section, there appears to be a missing chain space before the V.
I'll do mine.
Block with 3
high points. A chain stitch follows and
I've reached point V. Now what task should I undertake?
were I to make a high point, a las Sardinas one would enter.
Within the V section, I'll find the corresponding V section.
From the rear position, I will address the other one.
At point V here, I intend to insert a needle into it and proceed with the sequence of 3.
High points here.
Inside.
Loop the wire pull to get a high point. Again, cheating occurs in the 2 verse wire loop, resulting in a high point and another 3 high points, a chain.
I'll turn here. Oh, I'll go
To the side.
And here I have V, right? What exactly did I do in here?
And in this space here,
Enter the tiny chain link.
I make my block with 3 high points. A little chain, and I'll be right over here. I'll do my 3.
Let's focus on the main points. 1.
Corintinia, and now it's united here as well.
I'll demonstrate here for you. Now the arms are stationary.
And I have it here.
Only the body of the piece to weave.
Right now?
From now on, I'm going to weave from here, from here, circulate, okay? So I'm going to finish my career here, huh?
I will begin weaving from here to here.
I'm returning to start another task alongside you. I went through the
rest of your career?
and I'm coming here to finish. How am I going to change?
Core, I didn't finish the last one.
Period. I'll take the other wire here to reboot everything properly.
Só pegar a pontinha dele.
I got the tip of the wire here.
White.
I'll thoroughly finish with her.
So it's easier for you to make everything the same color. 2 colors, it looks beautiful.
But it does work.
From the exchange,
Wire and...
everything else.
But that's precisely how I'm managing with the leftovers.
Wool is beneficial. So I'm taking advantage of these 2 colors that I have to make something unique. I'm going to tie a knot here so it remains stable.
Weaving process is finished completely.
He and I will close. I make the chain here, and I'm going to close, and I'm going to close here on the 3rd chain with the very low point. I'm going to turn it around.
Now what about that wire?
Green me already.
Can I cut it?
Nada aqui.
Which is less wire to get in the way. So I'll turn the job around. I'll take her the sardine in here, 3 chains and the 3 stitches.
High here. I have 2 plus 1.
Chain number 31.
I'm on to the next one.
Here I will weave normally, now leaving.
Sleeves are on the side.
I'm no longer knitting. It's the sleeves, okay? They will be.
Stay in.
Wait till later.
What finish length?
From the blouse, I will continue with the sleeve.
the chain connecting 2 and 3.
I'll continue moving forward until I reach my destination and then return.
So I came walking through, oh, here.
Where am I?
I'm starting my career now.
I arrived on the side. Oh, where I joined, there is where I did it. Here on the 2 fingers, these little blocks here. So I'm going to give a normal sequence.
Right here.
Oh,
So every space.
being connected by a chain. I'll do 3.
Main points one by one.
I'm progressing to the next phase, connected by chains.
A little chain I will.
When is the next time?
Oh, and here?
I've already gone through the bottom part. I'll demonstrate it here. Oh, then.
Here I went down.
Normally, oh. And now I'm going to weave O in this spot.
You too.
In the chain space, I'm going to create a block with 3 high points here and
Here in this one.
space O then.
From this moment on, you will continue weaving.
Only here, oh.
Right here.
Just weaving the body, oh. The mango is already here waiting for us.
Have you arrived yet?
2 fingers away from the blouse's body I'm going.
Weave.
So this way straight from here.
Here now until...
Reach the size I need for the blouse, remembering that I have to leave 5 centimeters less than I will make a bar.
Just like I did here from the glue, so I have to weave, even missing. You will weave yours.
Until it disappears.
About 5 centimeters there.
You do?
It is.
The bara, okay? Then I'll go down mine. When I get to the desired one, I return and show how it turned out. How many carriers I made the measurement. Everything is fine.
Then I'll explain how.
Make the bar?
What now?
I will move on to it.
Mangas e.
Can we finish the piece yet?
I came back here that I have already descended the length I need to.
Not for my blouse?
I really want her.
Long, so I made it from here, where I started. Look, I put it together.
The 2 parts.
I turned 19.
Careers, oh.
From here, 19.
In terms of careers, I've compiled a comprehensive total.
Let me measure it.
Right here, just beneath the arm.
All the way to the end, 21 centimeters I woven in she.
There's a total here from the top, from the shoulder to the bottom.
37 centimeters.
Now I'm going to teach you how I'm going to do it.
The finish here.
Downward bra.
Finally,
Make the bar like me.
I did it here.
Nana,
Should we discuss the collar next?
now me.
I'm going to change the needle again. I'm going to use the 3.5 here, the 3.5 I changed. I'm going to do the one with the smallest one now so that the collar will give one.
Good fit.
Yes, however, prior to that,
I'm gonna make a career of low points. I'm gonna turn my job around because
I finished up here, so now I need to move over to the side.
I will turn it inside out and show what I'm capable of.
She baked here inside as I had been weaving.
All the work.
And I will.
A low point.
Right here.
I'll skip a point and proceed ahead.
Next, and I do.
The low point? I'm going to skip a point here within the chain of tasks. I skip this point, proceed to the next, skip another point, and continue within the chain. Oh, let me make an adjustment.
For her, I am here.
Stay tight.
Below, then I always.
I'll skip 1 point.
Did I do it here in space?
In chains, now I'm going.
Commencing initially involves a leap. Does the middle first point block me?
I make a low point. I'll skip that one.
Point here and go.
Within the confines of these chains. Now I will bypass that specific point.
And I'm in the middle.
And I make a low point.
if you don't want to.
Give this little adjustment,
Are you willing to proceed?
point by point, okay?
Here, I did here. I'll skip this one and go in.
Chain space, I make a low point.
I'll skip that one. I'll go on that one.
And I make a low point.
Then it's good.
Simple this career.
Are you going to jump?
Furthermore, it continuously goes on producing low points. The one at the subsequent low point, another one at the next low point, yet another one at the next low point continues. I'm catching the drift.
Yours?
The volume at the subsequent low point is notable.
In the next volume, I'm going to intricately weave here.
My whole career.
Until I get here, where I started, and I'll be right back.
I went through it,
My whole career.
making the low points. Now I'm going to close here at
First thing I did to start, I put a needle in the first.
low point.
And I closed with the lowest point. I finished my career.
Right now,
I'll go.
Should I do it here?
It is.
9, 10, chains 12.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Eesh. And 10.
I'll do 11, 11.
Chains.
10, para.
The size of the bar.
And 1 to gain height. I'm going to turn the work sideways here. And I'm going to make the bar now like this. I'm going to enter the second chain here.
I'll emphasize by making multiple low points each.
What chain do I have? So I already have one.
Number 2.
I performed admirably. I'll claim that. I'll press onwards even when it gets challenging. I'm going to break things down and expand them.
For my convenience, I'll make it easier here and will return shortly.
I made the 11 little chains I will enter on Monday.
And make a low point. Next time, I'll ensure to make distinct low points each time.
Chain that I have here, so I have to have 10.
Low points until you get there.
Alino.
End of career?
I've made the top 10 highlights, and now I'm going in.
Next low point.
From my career achievements, it's clear that the thread is obscure.
However, on to the next challenge.
I go in with the needle and make one.
The next low point is what I'm heading towards.
And I will.
One more low point awaits.
Will I turn mine?
Employment.
I am about to get into the second small chain.
So why these here?
What exactly do I have up here?
These are the specific low points I made.
So I'm gonna come in here and make a point.
Low, just take the back strap. Oh,
1 in the next 2 or 3.
4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And 10.
Simply follow the back strap like I did before.
I did the 10 here.
Points.
I'm gonna make a little chain and I'm gonna turn mine over.
Work.
And I will.
On Monday, there was a significant downturn, taking only the strap.
From behind, I got here.
I've completed all 10 tasks.
Later.
That I did the 10, I'm going in.
Next low point, that.
I have it in my career, and I make a very low point.
I'll go to the next one and make another point.
I've hit a very low point, but I'll make a turnaround.
My job?
I know that wire.
It's dark, okay?
It's difficult to see. Please turn on the job.
Enough.
Second chain me.
I make a low point.
Secure the back strap carefully.
The numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5. The numbers 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
I'll make a chain.
I'm returning back down these 10.
Points. Oh, on the second chain link.
I consistently do a 2 in this spot.
In the back strap, okay?
Number 3, followed by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10.
I did the 10 here.
I'll go in.
Next.
Point here from.
Career-wise, I hit a significant low point, followed by another, then move to the next point, which is also quite low.
I'll turn mine over. Work.
It was already sardine-like, so pass the thread here. I'll skip these for now.
Here, which are the ones I made very low, and
I'm returning to my career, focusing on the low points.
Numbers 12, 34, and 5, 67.
Let's make it to 89.
and 10. I get here, I make the chain, I turn into supo making, and I do it.
The low points.
And stay here. Oh!
In the blouse, take a look at this.
It's becoming incredibly beautiful. I'll proceed this way.
Way to go all the way to the side.
Here it is.
Look at the entire blouse down here. See how she's perfectly adjusted.
Oh, she's going to get so much more puckered up.
Oh, and with the bar now, it's going to make another adjustment.
So I'm heading in that direction.
Circling all over the blouse until you get here. When I get here, I'll teach you how to sew. How did we sew it on the collar? The same.
What's happening?
Will the body of the blouse be ready?
Then we'll share.
For the sleeves.
So that's if you stayed with.
Are you still wondering how things are done here?
Haven't got it yet?
Just do it alone and come back.
A little bit of the video, see how I do it?
I do it all over again and keep doing it.
Because it is. If I stay doing too much here, it will stay.
Very logical.
So, if you still have doubts, watch the video again and everything will be fine.
Finish, I'll come back.
I came all the way around the bar and ended up here, oh.
Now you just need to do one more step.
Sewing, yeah. So I stopped here in the career of
Move low and keep going.
make the seam.
Right now.
As follows, I'm going to turn here from
Side to make it easier.
I will assemble it.
Here, the two parts. Let me just see how I'm going to do it here.
I am about to get the initial chain I created.
Here on the needle, na.
Career where I started. Oh, here are the chains where I started. I insert them here, and I'm going to insert them here, in this one in front of me. I will take the first part here, and the front strap.
That last point,
It's just that I did it here. Oh, on the front strap, I pull the thread, I make a very low stitch.
shall I go next here?
not on the front strap of the detailed stitch.
With a low pull, I carefully work on the very low point to get it just right.
Right here, oh. And the front strap at the top must be perfectly aligned to ensure the stitches are counted accurately.
It shouldn't be crooked, there shouldn't be any excess, and nothing should be missing.
The next one.
I also got into the rhythm, and that's the final step.
Do it back.
Because I didn't get all the fibers.
I was screwing up, I think.
What's going on now?
Ready?
I sewed everything up.
And now can I do that?
Cut the wire, oh, what else?
It was carefully sewn together.
United over here.
Is the bar all right? So can I proceed to cut the wire now? A little knot. And then I pull it back here, oh, on this thread. Oh, so here it doesn't even look like the seam. It doesn't even look like it was joined here. Then I just thread this thread here and hide it inside when finishing. And here the body is already finished. Look how beautiful it is. Look how it was adjusted. Oh, and now I need to make the sleeves. If you want, you can leave it like this. Make a vest is just do one more career here of green for the finish. And it is a very beautiful vest. I'm going to teach you now how to make the mango. To start the sleeve, I'm going to take the blouse on the right side, and here under the arm, this part here that was on hold. Under the arm, I'm going to tie the thread, and I'm going to make a row of green. Because I had made here 2 rows of green, a row of green, and then I joined the 2 parts and made another one of green, which I'm making 2 of green between 4 of white. So here, I have to make another green one to look exactly like the reason. So here, I'm going to tie it in the chain space here. Here. So I'm going to do another green career. Then I start with the white. So here I'm going to tie the thread right in the chain space. I'm tying everything with tiny thread because it's all left over and I'm afraid it won't work for me to finish. And here I am back with the number 4 needle, okay? So I just changed there to do it. Oh, the bar. So I went into this little chain space right under my arm, tied the wire, and I'm going to make 3 little chains that are equivalent to me. It's a high point. And now I'm going to do more. Highs here in this space, 31 chains, and I'm going to move on to the next space. Oh, what's this one? Oh. I pass in the 3.03, a chain passes to the next space. So I go like this. Oh, now just going through the sleeve. Look, just going through the sleeve in each space. Here I'm going to make a block with 3 high points all around here until I get here. Oh, where I started. Oh, Then I will go through the whole sleeve and return, making the blocks with 3 high stitches, 1 in each space of chains. So I went down the whole circumference here of the sleeve, and I'm going to do the thread change. Give it a little adjustment here. So if you have to do it with only 1 thread, just close the career, turn the work around and continue. I finished with this one. Can I now cut the green? I'm going to close my career here. So I did it here, I finished it. I'm going to make a little chain, and I'm going to close on the 3rd chain here. I'm going to turn the work around. I'm going to continue working right and wrong. Okay, turn the work around. The same thing I did, I just filter it after disbursement. The same thing I did there on the body of the blouse. I bring the loop inside, I make the 3 chains, and I already make mine. High, 1 chain, and I go to the next. So here's going to be the same thing that I came working the whole body of the piece. He finishes his career, I turn, I finish, I turn to work, always working right and wrong. And I'm not going to cut back on this career, okay? In this row, I'm not going to decrease. In the whole sleeve, I'm not going to decrease. I'm going to weave it with this circumference right here. Oh, is it really that wide? It's going to be like this from start to finish. Then I'm going to do the same thing I did down here. To give that adjusted, the same thing I did down here. I'm going to do on the sleeve to adjust and make the bar the same way. Okay? So I'm going to knit the sleeve this way, restitch over stitch. I'm not going to make any decrease. I'm going to finish this career and come back to show just the size. More or less what it's getting. It is. And then I won't go anymore. It's recording video doing the mango because it will be very repetitive. It's the same to make the entire body of the blouse. There will be no increase or decrease. I'm going to weave straight just here in the squares, in the chain space that I make my block. With the 3 high points, then I will finish this career and be right back. I walked the entire width of the sleeve here, closed the career. Now I'll turn the job around. Okay? So you have to turn the work around and bring the loop in here with a very low point. 3 chains and make the blocks. No decrease and no increase at all. So it's very simple to make this blouse. Even beginners of the account for sure. So now I'm not going to record video anymore. I'm going to go down until I get to the height I need, the length I need. Then I go back and pass the amount of careers I've done is quantity of careers, straight step. The measurement is for you, and so I'm going to do it on the other one. So it's like this. I'm going to show the blouse here. Look how beautiful it's looking. It's already appearing here, so it will be as wide as the sleeve. It won't be too wide, it will be a good thickness. Okay. Then I will weave it until I reach the required size, and then I will return to show it. I'm going to do the ending with you like the same thing I did down here. do the low points to close, and then the bar like, oh, so what? It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine, right? Then I'll come back when I'm almost done with my sleeve. I came back here to show you. It's just that I decided to make a vest. As I was telling you from the beginning of the video, I was using leftover yarn, so I couldn't make the two sleeves. One gave and the other was missing a piece, and as it is leftover and I bought it a long time ago, it is this thread would not find the same batch. So I decided to make a vest. By the way, it was also beautiful as a vest, and I'm just going to put the camera here and explain it to you. So I dismantled it. I dismantled the mango that I was making here, and I taught you very clearly how to tie it. Start the mango here, right? Tie it here and go. I already explained before, and to finish, you have to remember that you will weave this stitch without increasing and decreasing until you are missing about 5 centimeters more or less. This size here that I left, about 5 centimeters less for you to make the bar. Okay, so I make it a little bit shorter so I can make the bar. Then you will rewind the video a little and you will see how I did it down here. Oh, like I did down here, you'll do it on your sleeve. When you have reached the required size, you come weaving normally. Then you will make a low point career, making a low point. Then you skip one. In the next one, you make a low point. Then you skip one. In the next one, you do low point like I did here. So you turn back the video a little and see this part here where I'm teaching you how to do it, and then how I made the bar here on the blouse. So after I finished the career of low points, I made 11 cords of chains with 11 chains, because the bar I made with 10, both the bar, like the collar, with the same size. If you want to make the same size on the handle, you leave this much less there when weaving the piece. And then you will make the string of chains and come doing the low point and making the low point here at the low point, back weaving, go back there the video and see how I did it. Here you go, making the sleeve. You will see that it will be beautiful. It will be perfect, your sleeve will be loose, and in the end it will be adjusted here like it was down here, okay? It will be very tight, very beautiful, right? Now I'm going to show you how to finish the threads, because there will be thread lost there. For example, here from the collar, it was up here. If I had knitted one more row, it would be down here, then it would be easier to hide. But I'm going to teach you how to hide this wire here. Oh, yeah. And then you do the closing of all the others who were there in the play. I'll zoom in here. So I'm going to get a needle. It's a little thinner. Actually, I got up to 3.5, the same one I've been weaving here. Then you will take this thread from the inside out and you will pass it like this. Oh, between the stitches. You're going to walk with that wire there, taking it down there, just the inside out. So you just take a few straps from the stitch so it doesn't go to the other side, because if it goes to the other side, it will look ugly. So you be careful not to pass to the right side, and you walk with this wire until it passes all the way. Or if you made it really long, you can, huh? Pass a bit, then cut, then it's up to you. I'm almost finished with this thread here. I've already reached the bottom here. Oh, the whole bar. I'm already here at the low points. Oh, I'll just take a few straps here from the low point and pass this thread. Oh, I'll give it a little stretch so it doesn't get wrinkled. And I only have one more tip. I will spend more on some points here, always on the straps. Be careful not to pass to the side of the right.
Look, P, I'm coming here with him down. Then, as I am using the same needle, the ideal is always to use 11 little thinner. Did you use that point here? I can already cut it because I've already come here. I've come here, so then I can already cut and finish the wire here. Oh, it won't be apparent anymore. It won't be knotted. Look, you won't even notice that I passed the wire through here and the finish is done. So I'm going to do it with all the wires I have here, or because I changed the color and didn't do it with conducted wire. So now I'm going to hide this thread in the same way that I did there, except that the white I pass here in the white and the green I bring here to the green row, and pass is the thread so that I can hide it. I bring it up and this one down and hide it, passing between the points, the same thing. Oh, for example, that I only pass through a few straps. Oh, you have to be careful not to pass there to the right side. Oh, insert it here. And I pass, and so I'm hiding all of it. Just a little strap so you don't pass it forward over here. I'm not cutting it. I will try to pass everything because I have already cut it small, because I was saving thread normally. I like to cut it pretty big for greater security. Man, I didn't come to break up work, right? So you have to be very careful when washing so you don't break up. So here I spent all of it. Oh, I hid it here in the white one. Oh, and it's already finished. Now I'm going to do the same with the green one here. And I'm going to disappear with all these nieces that I have here. So the video is ready. I used leftovers. So I think I used 1 or 2 balls of yarn to make it. This was practically the 2 balls of 100 G to make the size P vest. It was very small, very short. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video lesson. If you like, leave your like, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed.
And don't forget to turn on notifications. Do you want to click on that little bell that's been rolling like this? YouTube always warns you. I want to post a video so you don't miss any news here on the channel. And until the next video class.